Hello, Magic players. It's CornTime60, that corny guy, and we are drafting Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth. It just came out, actually, an hour ago, but it took about an hour to actually launch. So here we are. I will actually read these archetype things real quick, because I've looked at, how do I put this? I checked the spoilers when there were about 20 cards in the set, and I've heard people talking about some of them. But that's about it. I actually don't know what most of the cards in the set even are. So let's see. Draw 2 humans. Alright, that's not a new archetype. Amass control. Grow a massive orc army, then wield Saruman's mighty suite of spells. So blue-black is Isengard. Amass aggro. Mordor. Cool. Should be black-red aggro. Power matters, red-green. Ents, trolls, and rangers, sure. Green-white is food. That's kind of cool. White-black tokens, huh? Spirits and treasures. Blue-red spells. So wizards, sure. I wonder if there is like a tribal wizard thing. Go wide humans. So red-white is human aggro. I don't think that you're necessarily going to need these kinds of archetypes, actually. I think you just build what's good. Of course, the table filled in like a second. Everyone's wanting to do this. I imagine almost everyone I'm playing against is going to have a leg up on me just because I don't know what the cards are. I'm going to have to sit here and read. Let's make this bigger for now. Scroll of Isildur. Gain control of up to 1 target artifact for as long as you control it. The ring tempts you. I really need to read all that in a second. Tap up to 2 target creatures, put a stun counter, draw a card for each tap. So this is tap 2 creatures down for a turn and then draw 2 cards. Samwise, so I'll probably go with that. Samwise the Stout-Hearted enters the battlefield. Choose a permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn. Return it to your hand, then the ring tempts you. So, when the ring tempts you, it adds an effect, right? And then you choose a ring bearer. All the effects are dependent on the ring bearer. March from the Black Gate, enters the battlefield, and whenever an army you control attacks, amass orcs 1. That seems really good for the amass deck. Every time you attack, it gets bigger. Glorfindel is black, apparently. Whenever you scry, choose 1, and I don't remember who Glorfindel is. Whenever you scry, never mind. Did not have time. There's another one, though. Draw a card. Whenever you scry, if you control an island, you may exile it from your graveyard to draw a card. Also seems good. That's kind of a draw 2 cards. Ranger's Firebrand deals 2 damage to any target. So it's a shock, and the ring tempts you. Or attacks, draw a discard. Or it becomes blocked, that creature's controller sacrifices it. Okay, it gives it pseudo death touch. And whenever it deals combat damage, they lose 3. Choose 1, and it gets +1/+1. Can't be blocked by more than 1 and must be blocked. The Eagles should be overpowered. I don't have time to read all these. Destroy target creature, the ring tempts you. That seems good. Easterling Vanguard dies. Amass orcs 1. So it looks like Amass is pretty good. This is just a removal spell, isn't it? Unless the big creature's really big. Creatures your opponents control. Alright. Nazgul. Do not stand between the Nazgul and his prey. Nasty End. Sacrifice a creature. Draw 2 if it was legendary. Draw 3 instead. Sam's Desperate Rescue. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. The ring tempts you. Troll of Khazad-dûm. Draw 3 cards, island cycling. Enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1 counter. Exile target creature you control that. Okay, so that's a blink, and the ring tempts you. So that kind of just makes a 3/3. I'm leaning towards just taking the Nazgul. Enters or leaves, make a food. Sacrifice a food, put a +1 counter on it. This seems really good for the food, subtype. Saruman's Trickery. Gimli, counter of kills. That's goofy. Or a creature opponent control dies, it deals 1 damage. It should really keep track with a name like that. Captain of Umbar. The Corsairs of Umbar. When it enters, scry 1. Knights of blah blah blah. I feel like Mordor Muster is good. Like, you make a 1/1 and draw a card. That seems pretty good. Shelob's Ambush. I think I actually like the Greyhaven's Navigator. A 3-mana 3/2 flash, scry 1. Seems alright. Mordor Muster also looked good. Mirror of Galadriel. 5 tap, scry 1, then draw. Costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Which, oddly enough, right now I don't have any. It looks like the food deck is going to be really strong. Mass Orcs too. X is the amassed army's power. So make a 2/2, deal 2 damage at the worst. I don't know, if you have enough legendary creatures, this seems really good. I'll take the creature, since it's a creature. Let's do the conies. It's a fight, kind of. Create a food token. Turn target creature spell. If it was legendary, the ring tempts you. Turn target non-token creature to its owner's hand. The ring tempts you. Mass Orcs 3, then target player mills 3, basically. Or attack, scry 1, scry 3, reveal the top if it's a creature draw. It might be an Elves, honestly. +3/+2. I don't know, Birthday Escape is just a cantrip, though. So far, all I know is that I'm in blue. And 1 mana of any color, only for instants or sorceries, and 6 tap, they mill 3. You attack with 1 or more goblins and/or orcs. Create a 2/1 construct named Ballistic Boulder. So whenever you attack with a goblin or orc, it just, like, throws a 2/1 flying at your opponent. That's not bad. That seems good, as well. Only as a sorcery. I do kind of like that it taps for mana as well, and then you can mill your opponent out, but this is a nice little combat trick. Make a 1/1. It's 1 less to cast if you control 2 or more legendary creatures. Scry 2, draw 2. What's Leechcraft? Tap enchant creature. If this creature would untap, remove a +1 counter from it instead. If you do, untap it, otherwise it doesn't untap. So that's kind of weird removal. It's a weird tap down where, like, as long as it doesn't have +1 counters, it taps it down. Breaking of the Fellowship. Alright, well, I didn't have time to read everything. There's another Leechcraft. Deals combat damage to a goblin or an orc. Destroy it. Shire Terrace. Chance Met Elves. Whenever you scry, put a +1 counter on it. This triggers only once each turn. Treason of Isengard. Put an instant sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. Amass 2. Arwen's Gift. So far, I'm in mono blue. I don't know. I didn't do this on purpose. Gimli's Axe. +3/0 if it's legendary. It's make a food, reach, forest cycling. The dogs came around. The Black Breath might be good, actually. I don't know. I'm not really, I don't know that I'm going to run multiple Deceive the Messenger. It's an okay card, for sure, but... right now, I don't have enough creatures. If I end up with, like, 9 Nazgul, I guess that'd be pretty good. Since it's an instant, that's pretty good. Slip on the ring. Enters or leaves make a food. So I could do the food subplot, but I think I'm just going to go with more card advantage cards. Knights of Dol Amroth is good. What does this do? Artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Captain of Umbar. Yeah, so far we're in mono blue, it looks like. With a pretty decent curve, actually. It's not blue. Alright, what does this do? Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a food, sacrifice 3 foods, return a historic card from your graveyard to your hand. Oath of the Grey Host, you and each target opponent each create a food. Each opponent loses 3 life, create a treasure, create 3 1/1s. That's pretty good. When it enters, target player mills 3 cards, then amass Orcs X, where X is the number of instant or sorcery cards in that player. Okay. I'm leaning towards Mouth of Sauron or Oath of the Grey Host. What is Old Man Willow? Power and toughness equal the number of lands you control. Whenever attacks, sacrifice another creature or token. Give something -2/-2. -2/-2, yeah. So it mills them 3 and then I potentially amass. This is like, let's smite the Deathless. I'm going to take Oath of the Grey Host because I'm not crazy about any of the rest of those. Horses of the Barunin. What is this? When it dies, draw a card. Limbus Bread! That's fun. When it enters, scry 1, then draw. Great! Pfft. 3 tap sacrifice. Well, 2 tap sacrifice that you gain 3 wins. Put in the graveyard, shuffle into your library. So fun. Kind of love that, actually. Another Council's Deliberation would be nice. How many creatures do I have? 6? Not too hard up for creatures, I don't think. Although I might be if I consider cutting that. That's 1 less. I'll take the Limbus. Gandalf the Grey. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Tap or untap a target permanent. Deals 3 damage to each opponent. Copy the instant or sorcery spell. Or put them on top of your library. Return target spell to its owner's hand. That seems like good removal. Haunt of the Dead Marshes. Whenever it enters, scry 1, 3, return it from your activate only if you control a legendary creature. Enter scry, when it attacks scry, Haradrim Spearmaster. I do like the Grey Havens Navigator, honestly. But we'll take Gandalf. We'll see if we actually run Gandalf. There's or leaves the battlefield. The ring tempts you. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure. It is Gorbag of Minas Morgul. Whenever a goblin or orc you control deals damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. When you do, draw a card or create a treasure. Orcish Medicine gains lifelink or indestructible until end of turn. Esquire of the King. The Knights of Dol Amroth are pretty good. When it enters or leaves, the ring tempts you. Which is not bad, actually. War Beast of Golgoroth. I still might be in a different color, though. Let's see. What is this? There's the battlefield. The ring tempts you. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it burns your opponent for 2. It's not bad. Whenever it becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to each creature blocking it. I think I'll take the Hithlane Knots, though. I didn't even read Great Hall of the Citadel. So let's assume I'm cutting black. How am I doing on 6 creatures? Not super duper. Theoden, King of Rohan. Gives the creature Noble Strike. Counter target spell. Mortal Knife Wound is good removal. I think he's the best choice here. Although that's also pretty good. I have a lot of instants and sorceries, so the blue-red instant and sorcery thing might be the thing. Although I could still go a different direction. There's the watchdogs. Oh, what other things do I have that make foods? Nothing. That seems really, really good in the food deck. Like, this thing could be just like a 5/5 pretty darn quick. I don't think I want a second Bilbo. Discard, draw 2, make a 1/1. That's not very good. None of these are very good. I think I like Haunt of the Dead Marshes best, actually. Just in case. Now that Saruman came around, and so did Captain of Umbar, I'm gonna have to make a decision at some point. That or I can do Grixis. Get the Kingfisher just because I'm kind of low on creatures. Get surrounded by orcs. Probably not run it. Wizard Rockets. I don't really need that. If I actually do go into 3 colors, maybe I would have wanted it. How good actually is Gandalf? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you can tap something, deal 3 to your opponent that hasn't been chosen, not this turn, but in general. So after you've cast, like, 4, like, on the 4th one, you have to put him on top of your library. Surprised that came around. I'm still practically mono blue. Like, unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my 12 creatures are all in different colors. So now I really need to think about getting more creatures. Tapped unless you... 2 tap, draw a card, only if you attacked. Sure. Over 2 or more creatures you control attack a player. Target attacking creature without flying gains flying. Tentatively pick Gorbag. Even though he's not that good, he's a 2-mana 2/2. Beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control, make a 1/1. 2, sacrifice a creature. Each opponent loses 1. Oh, okay, I get it. So you can do that every turn if you want to. I think the Vanguard is actually better than Gorbag. Troll of Khazad-dûm isn't bad either. That taps for mana. I'll take that. Where to go? Alright. Smeagol. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, the ring tempts you. Whenever it tempts you, target opponent reveals cards from the top until they find a land. You get that land. And put the rest into their graveyard. So he just mills your opponent down. I'll probably take Saruman. Stone of Eric. Fire Leaper. It's not bad, but it's not super duper. I'm not splashing 2 creatures. I mean 2 colors. It's another Black Breath. Yeah, I think Saruman the White is just the right choice. Kind of a flavor fail that Saruman the White is a blue card, but whatever. What does this do? Sacrifice any number of lands, reveal the top X, where X is the number, put any number of artifact and land cards revealed this way, put all non-land cards chosen this way onto the battlefield, put all land cards chosen this way onto the battlefield. Tapped, then put the rest on the bottom of your library. So, non-land cards... Okay, only artifacts or lands. That's actually not good. You may untap it. Or creature opponent controls dies, put a +1 counter on him. I don't even know what this card does. But it's blue, it's a 2-mana 2/1. Whenever you strike, it's +1/0 and can't be blocked. That's probably the right choice. What are you? Untap another target permanent. Untap 2 other target legendary creatures. This is kind of a bad mana dork. Over 1 more +1 counters we put on an army, goblin, or orc. You control that many +1/+1/+1 counters are put. That seems pretty good, actually. I never ended up with 2 Leechcrafts. And it might be good to have 2 Leechcrafts. Let's see, if I cut All the other colors, I'm at 18 cards with 9 creatures. Which means I would still want a couple extra creatures. Oh, well, too late now. I kind of wanted another Leechcraft, but oh well. Spell can't be copied. Copy any number of... That's so stupid. Spells, instant, or sorceries. Mordor Trebuchet, Ologai Crusher, Fires of Orthanc, Warbeast of Gorgoroth, or another creature you control, power 4 or greater, dies. Create a thing. I'm actually leaning towards black as a second color if I do need a second color. I think I'm just playing mono blue though, if I'm being totally honest. Like, that's what I'm leaning towards. Kirathungal Patrol. Sacrifice another creature, draw a card, then create a food token. That's pretty good. Also, I'm always listening to music on my headphones while I'm playing on here. Right now, I'm actually listening to the soundtrack from the Lord of the Rings movies. I'll take the Pelargir Survivor, I think. It's an alternate win condition as well. Like, it is a way to potentially win the game. I'll take the Surrounded by Orcs, I think. I already have another one over here. It's like, I could mill my opponent out pretty hard if I want to. I just took a second one, though. What just happened? There should be a second Surrounded by Orcs, but there isn't. There it is. I just confused the thing. Also gains haste. Yeah, let's grab him. Not planning on running him, though. There's a second Leechcraft. Very nice. Very, very nice. The Crusher. Do you think I'm in mono blue, though? Kind of like the Limbus Bread, honestly. I'm not crazy about Eoreth. Also, don't have enough legends to really make it worth it. Isolation at Orthanc is kind of bad removal. I don't know if there's Planeswalkers in this set. I would guess not. I would guess they just wouldn't put any Planeswalkers. Lots of scrying and drawing. Mono blue! I kind of do wish I could just splash for Mouth of Sauron, since it's also a mill card. But I don't think it's necessary, because this says mill 3. This says mill probably 3. Oath of the Grey Host, like, I have a few good black cards. If I just cut the, oh, man. I have almost no Ring Tempts You type cards as well. Literally just Birthday Escape. Your Ring Bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. This is actually my only The Ring Tempts You card. So I think I'm gonna cut it, actually. And then we're just like Saruman the Blue, apparently. Let's go, Saruman the Blue. Whiz with this eye. Can I not, like... Oh, it's from Scroll of Isildur. That's actually cool as hell. I just thought that was like a symbol for the set. It doesn't look like art. It looks... I mean, it looks like art. You know what I mean. It doesn't look like a card art to me, but it's from a saga. Alright, let's see if Mono Blue is an archetype. I probably should have committed to either green or black as a second color way earlier on. But, oh well. I'll keep this. 2 removal spells, 2 creatures. Like, yeah, I'll take it. Why is this a pilot? Oh. The ships are vehicles, so... It's a pilot. I get it. Oh, you eat it when you click on it. That's fun. The horse rocks. Fantastic. Plant doesn't do anything. Surrounded by orcs? Sure. You want to trade? Sure. I'll actually play the Knights here. We're not necessarily losing the mill here, although they are a couple of cards ahead. Okay, the Ring Tempts You is more powerful than I thought it was. Or attacks, draw, discard. Oh, he's deciding one to be the Ring Bearer. That's what that was. So it gives it Skulk, right? Yeah, which means I can't block it. Scroll of Isildur. This is not a read ahead. So I can tap that down, play the Survivor, and swing, which I think might be correct. Or I can Scroll of Isildur, gain control of nothing, really. I'll offer the trade here, actually. I didn't think so. So let's go ahead and Leechcraft. And the Survivor. Who, unless the Ring tempts me again, I can just chump block the his own Survivor. There's probably instant speed things that say the Ring tempts you, so who knows if I even do block. Mouth of Sauron. Milled himself. He probably should have hit me. Let's go ahead and scroll here. There's no artifacts for me to gain control of. Choose a creature to be my ring bearer. I guess him. No attacks. I mean, I plan on trading him with the orc army anyways, I think. Now, if I manage to draw 3 cards off the scroll, that should give me a little bit of an advantage. 100%. Well, let's do it. Urkai Berserker, sure. Should have done that before swinging. He could have swung with his other thing. Let's stun those down. I may island cycle this, actually. Or I can just draw 3 cards and I'm not really in danger next turn. Let's just draw 3 cards. Lorien revealed. Choose an opponent. They look at the top 4 cards, separate into a face up and a face down. Put 1 pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Which one's face up? The top pile will be face down. Let's do it like that. No way I felt like dealing with that. Okay, so he's gonna... yeah. The fact they get to move the ring around like that kind of annoys me. I'm about to have a ton of cards in hand, but is it gonna be enough is the question. I'm a little worried. Ouch. I really think, from a design perspective, there should be a downside to the ring tempting you over and over again. Like, there should eventually be something bad that happens. Let me think. If I Saruman, I'm not really doing anything. Whereas if I surrounded by orcs and, like, Captain of Umbar, then at least I have an okay blocker. Which I kind of need right now. I'm only gonna win with Mill, though. Saruman the White is also a really good blocker. Let's just play Saruman. Discard an island. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. And he has the mana to kill. I think I have lost this game. Yes. Mouth of Sauron's actually pretty damn powerful. I also may have underestimated how powerful the ring tempts you is. I always thought, well, it's a dumb mechanic, so it must not be strong, but, you know, that's probably incorrect. A Birthday Escape's not bad. have a few powerful black cards, but not really powerful enough. I did also get stuck on lands at some point, but whatever. That's just MTG Arena if you don't have exactly 40. If you have exactly 40, you have a pretty decent chance of actually drawing the lands you need. But if you're not exactly 40, Arena seems to just punish you. Or at least me. I don't know if it happens to anyone else. Okay, game 2. Find out if I had Mini Fridge. That's a fun name. Find out if I had bad luck or if I have a bad deck. I will keep this. Start with this. Possibly going for aggro would be better, but I'm not too worried. Probably play Kingfisher next turn, but I could also cancel Council's Deliberation and then Nimrodel. Just play the Kingfisher. Although I guess I could have stolen the food. The ring tempts you. It was the first ring tempts you. Can't be blocked by creatures of greater power. Look at all those food tokens. Could try to gain control of a food. Make this my ring bearer, which would do nothing. At worst, this is going to draw me one card. Which I think is okay. If I try to steal the food and he immediately activates it, then, like, so be it, you know? Choose a creature to be my ring bearer. That'll be the Kingfisher. Not sure why he let me steal his food. The Kingfisher has the ring. That's not actually a little fish that it has. It is actually the one ring. And we'll pass. I will do this. Enters, the ring tempts you. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1 on it. Sure. Really would have liked to play Saruman the White there instead, but oh well. I'm not gonna bother sacrificing the food just so he doesn't have a food. That'd be kind of silly. Plus he has more food. Well, that is a one-sided fight spell, isn't it? Let's play Saruman on the white. And keep hitting for 2 in the air. Although eventually I can hold this back to block. Oh, that's neat. I have to try, right? I do not play around a combat trick right here and take 3 damage for no reason. And yes, 7 damage does hurt. So let's Nimrodel. And then surrounded by orcs. Mill him for 5. I think attack with Saruman? Attack with Saruman and the Kingfisher, actually. Opponent has basically infinite life at this point. Or an infinitely big watchdogs. Holy crap. Alright, create 2 foods. Can make things deal damage equal to toughness instead of power. Draw a discard. Yeah, let's trade. That thing can eat 9 foods. How big is he gonna make it? At least a 5/5, I would guess. And it gives it vigilance. That's kind of scary. Okay, cool. Not crazy about that, actually. For each food token you control, thank God it doesn't have trample. So I will do that on his turn, which means I will Birthday Escape now. Draw, then discard. Or I can leech. No, I can't. Alright, so let's just birthday escape here. Okay, they're gonna gain 3, that's fine. Choose a creature, be my ring bearer. I did not scry. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Let's keep it on the Kingfisher, I guess. That's an odd choice. Knights of Dol Amroth are actually not bad. I'll take those. I probably should have kept the Nimrodel Watcher. Play Limbus. This actually won't work on Build a Pony, except for the fact that it will make the me a mass. Tricky. Very tricky. I will actually bottom that. That's not optional. Or the island, because I kind of don't need them at this point. It's gonna block with Build a Pony. Let's wait for him to sacrifice the food, right? Doesn't matter what I target. And we pass. And he's done! Too much of a board state. So the food deck, it looked good. It was just too little. Like, he had 2 really big creatures, but once I get the really big creatures out of the way, that's it. I suppose that's the story of green in general, though. It's like, if you get rid of their big booty consumer... Now, if you get rid of their big creatures, then, like, what are they gonna do? I'll try it. If I happen to draw a land, I should be alright. When did I have 2 or more legendary creatures? It's an instant, right? I'll do it during his turn. Grixis. Oogluk. I think I just do this now. Big creatures. Should have discarded this instead of the land, maybe. But this could come in seriously handy later on. Or Beast of Golgoroth. It doesn't say non-token. I'll just take the 2 for now. Arwen's Gift and swing? What does this do? Amass orcs too. He's gonna amass some orcs no matter what I do. He sure is. Alright, I wish this was an instant. Alright, let's just do this. Scroll seems okay. This also seems okay. I think I'll take the scroll though. I actually forgot about that. Yeah, honestly, because if he doesn't block, he takes 10. And I will just pass. Oof. That hurts a lot, actually. No, no, no. Pass to blockers. Oh, they have greater power, so I should have... Dang it, man. Alright. Let's just chump block then. Oops. Forgot about Skulk. Alright, we're on the defensive right now, but if I can just do some big things, you know? And I will 100% double block to kill stuff. Alright, what are they gonna do? Surrounded by orcs. Oof, I got milled hard. Alright. His orcs are big, sure. I can tap that down. Let's leechcraft that. Go ahead and birthday escape, I think. Like, I can hit him for 8 this turn, which puts him halfway down, but then if he has any removal spell, I'm dead. So I don't think that's really worth it. Whereas if I scroll now, I'll get free turns of being able to just hit him. I probably should have played this first, just in case. There's no artifacts, but the ring tempts me. I am too scared of him having a removal spell and me just dying pointlessly. Good. No removal spell, so I don't die pointlessly. So let's see. He can't untap anything. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, he has 1 blocker now. So I can't quite kill him, can I? I could double surrounded by orcs him. And then that's 9, 10, 11. Oh wait, I think I can kill him, actually. So he has to block that, but then he still takes exactly lethal. How much did I just mill him, though? That's what I'm curious about. Down to having the same amount of cards that I do. That was a fun game. I probably didn't need to play the second surrounded by orcs. The math just made more sense in my head if it's like, well, he has to block this thing, then he dies to everything else. You know, I'm glad they did a mass orcs instead of... Oh yeah, I'll keep this. Instead of making it just make 1/1 orcs. Making 1/1 orcs would have made more sense. It would have made a lot more sense. But it would have been overpowered. Because if he had 11 1/1s there instead of 1 11 11... Let's get him for 1 extra damage. Oh, what I'm looking for is an island. Very good. This is also a way to trigger the scry. Apparently I'm on a blue aggro. Alright, what land is he getting? A forest? Yup. How'd I know? How'd I know it was gonna be a forest? Look at this 2, 3, 4 curve. Faramir, what does he do? You're in step. Draw a card if they didn't attack you this turn. Otherwise, create 3 humans. I kind of don't like him. I think I'm just gonna Council's Deliberation here. There, and I can Bewitching Leechcraft him. The beginning of your end step, at the beginning of that player's next end step. So he kind of makes it hard for you to attack. I get the idea. That was the wrong target. Damn, he just cracks that, and then he has so many 1/1s. Create 3 1/1s every flippin' turn. This will at least force him to block. Well, my unblockable is now my only way of winning. Since he gets 3 1/1s a turn. This card is broken. This card is absolutely busted wide open. Why is Faramir so powerful? Also, wasn't Faramir a ranger? And now I lose. I actually don't think there's anything I can do at this point. He either gets to draw extra cards or make a gazillion creatures. You know, I guess he can draw himself out. That's my one way of winning now is mill. Sucks having him down to 3 life and then just there is no way to win now. Why? Alright. I guess he has to start poking me eventually. Instead, if a creature died under your control this turn, draw a card. Or the ring tempts you, choose a creature other than him as your ring bearer, create a 1/1. Sure. I could Lichcraft him, but there's no real reason to. Pelargir Survivor. That's not optional, is it? Nope. That Hobbit Sting is really frickin' strong. X is the number of food you... Wait, what? Of creatures you control plus the number of foods you control. And there's the scroll. The ring tempts you. I'll take the Deceive the Messenger and the Limbus, actually. Not necessarily in that order. That does also make a 1/1. Which means I can potentially kill Faramir if my opponent's not super duper clever. So yeah, we will actually keep it light. Oh wait, it doesn't matter. I draw both of them. Alright, cool. Let's play another Captain of Umbar. And then Deceive the Messenger on his turn. Having him draw out is actually the plan now. And it is a bad plan, okay? It is. It's a terrible, terrible plan. But I don't see myself winning on life total when attacking him gives him 3 1/1s every turn. Yep, the Corsairs, which is correct for him to do. Yeah, fine. You don't control a ring bearer. Oddly specific, sure. He made Faramir his ring bearer. I don't mind taking a little bit of damage if I can get rid of more of his things. Is probably the right choice here, oddly enough. Let's Leechcraft that. And then I can either Grey Havens or mill him. Or I can Limbus and then still Grey Havens. Well, let's Limbus. Scry 1, draw. That's a decent draw, actually. I will hold on to the Grey Havens here just to surprise him, I think. Draw 2. Sure. So now he can make that a 3/3. Play the Greyhaven's Navigator. I do not need more lands, thank you very much. We want him drawing more. So I'll block here, here, and I will take 3. See, because it didn't become blocked by it, it was already blocked by it. Saruman the White, huh? See, he has 3 blockers. More halflings you control attack a player, create a food token. See, like, if I can draw and amass the orcs thing... block like that. Goodbye, Saruman. It's not the card I want. Although, I have 3 life here. Let me think. If he attacks with his Ring Bearer, because he's going to draw one at the end of this turn. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. I'll have 5 blockers. So the only thing that should get through is his flyer. This may be incorrect. If he attacks with his Ring Bearer, I respond by making him mill 3, and then he loses to his own ring. Okay. This has been a hell of a game. Yep. Draw a card. There you go. I don't think he realized I was slowly milling him out by his own draw spells. That was a crazy game. Almost won. Got the opponent down to 3 life. They have Faramir. Faramir is apparently ridiculously strong. Faramir is also why he managed to draw his whole deck, though. Not sure if I made misplays there or not. Deceive the Messenger with Leechcraft, Survivor, and Saruman. Yeah, I'll take this. Very on point. If you consider the Leechcraft is something that Wormtongue is doing, I don't know who this character is, who this, like, mysterious king is. Yeah, I don't know who that's supposed to be, but he's got leeches on him. He's not the Rohan guy, so I don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't want to waste my Leechcraft on a 1-1. Creebane, sure. Don't do this anyway. I can also Leechcraft that, but I think I'm gonna hold back. This is me signaling that I intend to chump block with my 1-1, which is exactly what I intend to do. Actually, no. I'll just take it. If it gets to be a much bigger creature, then I'll worry about it. Both get a food. I'm gonna immediately sacrifice my food, because I don't need it. Play Saruman. Oath of the Grey Host. He looks pretty much how he did in the movie. Eagles of the North. No blocks. So there's a target for Leechcraft. Although he's about to get 3 1-1s with flying. I think that's 7-8. And I can double block that. So let's just hit him for 7. Tapped! I should have swung with everything. That way he would have to hold back blockers. He would have to. Mill is not a realistic win condition right now, so I kind of have to fight this out. What is this? Give your end step. If a creature died under your control this turn, create a 1-1. 2 mana, sacrifice a creature. Each opponent loses 1, you gain 1. Well, shit. I'll take 1. Lash of the Balrog. Seems alright. I think. Do I use this now? I think so. It wasn't worth it. Alright. Scroll. There's only 1 artifact, so I guess I'll have to take that artifact. Choose a creature, be my ring bearer. I guess this thing. And then... I guess I just hold back the land. I do not swing with Saruman. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the air. Ouch. He can probably kill me. Oh, well. That seems good. He may as well swing out then. Oh, he's picking a ring bearer. I'm like, why doesn't he just swing out? It's actually better to block here, I think. Ouch. Limba spread! Alright, let's just pick 2 flyers, I suppose. Council's Deliberation seems potentially good, but does also just eat up more mana. Have a surprise blocker and an extra 3 life. Let me just do the extra 3 life now. Creature tokens you control have Death Touch. That's so unnecessary. So I'm gonna do this either way. Leechcraft won't make that much of a difference here. Although it might in conjunction with a bunch of other good cards. Because whatever I put it on, he just sacrifices. Yeah, let's just bottom that. Death Touch. That's a bit of a problem. Or I can just double block here. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm dead if I do that, aren't I? Tough. Unless I draw the Limbus over again. Let's block here. There's 4. Alright. Let's go ahead and Limbus first thing. The Knights are not the best right now. Now let's keep in mind I have to have 2 mana for this. 2 ground blockers is not enough. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm still dead there, so let's Birthday Escape. Okay, I think I'm dead. I don't think there's anything I can do at that point. I'm not sure what I was hoping to draw, honestly. But yeah, the 4 flyers. Well, I guess that Black Saga, the Oath of the Grey Army or whatever, is really good. And I need to pause here for a second. And I'm already back. There's no time at all for you guys. It was almost no time at all for me, honestly. Alright, if you can cast a card that isn't in your hand, you'll see a version of it. Yep. And so will your opponent. I will keep this. But Arwen, given the light of thing, was it Elfstone and Even Star? Yeah. The elves are pretty cool. Keep. No, I'm on the draw. Thought I was on the play for some reason. And the opponent has something. What is it that they have? Is there a 2-mana removal spell? Okay, no. He's just using that as a cantrip. So it's just the foods and the rocking horse. Those are the only things that actually do anything. What? When it enters draw, then if you don't control a legendary creature, put a card for... Oh, okay. It's not too powerful. For mana efficiency, I guess I'm supposed to play the Grey Havens Navigator here. Yeah, I'll do it now just to get in an extra point of damage. I don't really want another land, but I might later on. I'm gonna bottom it for now. I may end up regretting that. This trade I will take. If he has a combat trick, oh well. At least I take his combat trick. And that's also his whole turn, so... Could just play both of these. First, though, I'll attack. Six unblockable seems alright. I don't think I'll take the trade this time. Yeah, not that he even offered it. Took Reaper. Arwen's Gift. Scry 2, draw 2. I will take the Kingfisher. I don't think I need another Survivor. I don't think I bother Leech Crafting here, since I can double spell next turn anyway. Peasant. Is a spirit and can't attack or block. I'll take 3. I can Kingfisher and Surround by Orcs. Which also seems pretty darn good. The Bat Song. Let's not offer a pointless trade, huh? Stalwarts of Osgiliath. The ring tempts you. This is his first ring tempting, I think. Yes. And he did not attack. Okay, start with the Limbas spread. Don't want another land. So that's 5. If I just hold on to this for next turn. Or you draw your second card each turn. See what he does. It's probably not what I would have done. And we'll play the Knights. So next turn, all I do is play the Grey Havens, and then I have 5 unblockable. Ooh, maybe not. Oh wait, yes, because I have Leechcraft. Let's scry for the win. And he realized. So scrying is pretty good, actually. Not only to get the islands off the top of the deck, but to trigger abilities that care about scrying. Wild cards can be redeemed in your collection for cards of the same... Yes, I know that. I am almost halfway through the soundtrack of the entirety of the Lord of the Rings movies. It might be fun to watch Lord of the Rings just to experience it alongside this, but the problem is I just watched it, like, I don't know, a little less than a year ago, because someone I know had not seen it before, and I was like, alright, well, we need to watch it then. I will keep this. It's not super duper, but it is okay. Kingfishers are one of my favorite birds as well. This is pretty cool. I also think it's a good card. That thing seems hella good. Oliphant seems hella good. I'm gonna go ahead and do this just to make sure I don't miss the land drop. Let's go with the Kingfisher. No attacks, because he might have that 3-2 with Flash. I may have just misplayed. And let's go ahead and Arwen's Gift, I think. Yeah, because I don't feel like missing a land drop. Let me read this. Whenever the ring tempts you, choose a creature other than him as your ring bearer. Draw a card. Cast sorceries as though they had flash. I think I'd just take both of these, honestly. And then take 2 damage. Another target creature you control gets +1/0. Hits me for 3, sure. So I think I will scroll, first of all. Although having that down would not be bad. I think scrolling is correct. Scroll. And then I will probably Hithlane Knots. I think that's correct. I will actually take another land. That would be great. And I will block. See no reason to pointlessly take extra damage. What does it do? One target creature can't block for as long as you control there and back again. Search your library for a mountain. Create Smaug, a legendary 6/6 with flying haste, and when this creature dies, create 14 treasures. Holy crap. I don't have any way to remove that either. Like, I can stun them, which is fine. This is a rare, right? Yeah, okay. I had to make sure. Like, this card's absurd. It has to be a rare, right? Alright, 5/6. Glad that doesn't give haste. I'll draw 2 cards. Leechcraft that. 3 and 2. So, possibly more. So I could Surrounded by Orcs. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, and then still have 2 left over to play probably Nimrodel Watcher. Probably have to hold back my knights here, which I don't want to do. But that keeps the ground cleared up. No, it doesn't. So if I play Captain plus Nimrodel, I mean, I can just block there with the Survivor if I do it this way. So, okay, I'll do this. And he gets Smaug. 14 treasure tokens. That's so ridiculous. So I'm gonna Leechcraft him. That's all. I guess I was supposed to triple block it. So definitely Leechcraft on Smaug. Definitely do that. Play Knights and then Birthday Escape, I think. Choose a creature to be my ring bearer. Think that'll be this night. So I should have tapped the Survivor, actually. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Puts him down to 5. But I'm worried about a hasty creature. Draw a discard. If he has a thud type effect, just something to kill one of my creatures, or I mean, just deal 6 to my dome, then that would not be good for me. Excuse me, 7. Yeah, I have to block this turn. Actually have to. Just in case, because I don't know if there is a, like, thud or fling type effect in this format. But there might be. Okay. And he did not attack. Very cool. Let's do this first. Ouch. So he could double block. Another Grey Haven's Navigator's pretty good. Soon as the Knights, he double blocks. I kill the Spearmaster. But I lose my 4/4. That way I definitely win next turn as long as the Watcher stays alive. Yeah. Yeah, that figures. Okay. How did that untap? Does he have a kill spell? Sure. He still has to be a little careful. If he had untapped Smaug instead of the War Beast, I think he would have won. I don't think he realized how the +1 counters would work with that. Attack with one or more elves, scry 1. Whenever you scry, it gets +1/+1 for each card looked at this way. I'll just double block it. Let's be real here. Let's mill you for 3. Alternate win conditions. He also does have to be careful about attacking, because, like, if he doesn't leave enough blockers up, one of my 3 power creatures getting in kills him. Well, that's never going to get to attack again. There's the Nimrodel Watcher. So I've got him dead next turn to mill. Look at this again, get the opponent down to 3, and then have to mill them. It's so ridiculous. Creatures you control get +1/+0. Ouch. I'll just block, then. Erkenbrand of the Westfold. He's a cool card. That's a cool card. Alright, well, I guess I win. Let's have you mill 3. And he scoops it up. Figured out that he lost. Alright, I'm at like the very low ambiance songs of the movies. Let's get rid of some of those. Are we getting tribal cards ever again? So I'm reading my Discord and someone's like, yeah, tribal cards were really cool. The thing is, I started playing Magic in Morningtide, so I just thought tribal cards were like part of the game. I just thought that was normal. Like, oh, you had soldier equipment, you had shaman equipment, you know, you had goblin spells that weren't necessarily goblins. I thought it was really cool. That's not a thing anymore. They haven't given us tribal cards in a long time. Hello, level 37. I will keep this. I should have thought that through. This is not actually good. You can't eat the breakfast, only the sweets. Just gonna munch every turn. Every one of my turns. Hey, choose a creature other than Aragorn Company leader as your ring bearer. He seems good. Alright. Still gonna throw this out for tempo. There's Leechcraft. Seems legit. I will offer the trade. No surprise there. Move a +1/+1. It has to be a +1/+1. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the Knights here. So Mill is a real archetype. Oh, I forgot to... There we go. Wait, can you eat the eggs? No. Okay. Create a food. Whenever you create a token, put a +1 counter on target creature you control other than Rosie. Wait, how did that happen? What did he just do? Did not hit me for 5. Okay. Odd choice. Bottom that. And then I could Leechcraft Rosie Cotton. Go ahead and swing out, see what he does. Takes the 7. Do I just Limbus now? This will make him remove +1 counters. Which means that'll be just a 4/4. Yeah, okay, let's just do this. Let's just Leechcraft him now and pass. I'm holding up the Limbus so that I can get an extra counter on the Knights. What is this? The ring tempts you. Lifelink! Oh, shit. Okay, that's nuts. Now, how am I going to survive this? Alright, Limbus, first off. I will take Council's Deliberation. And then I think I'm surrounded by orcs here and just hold back. What does Frodo do? It must be blocked if able. That seems really good, actually. Well, I think that would have killed me, so probably for the best. No attacks. I'm way behind now. I'm like way behind. The ring tempts you. Holy crap. Probably does Death Touch. Okay, on those. I thought he would put one on Frodo. So that has to block that. And then... well, this kind of sucks. That extra sucks. Okay. Eagles of the North. Sure. Not sure how that's GG, but okay. It's pretty close to it, at least. Draw the Limbus over again. Now what do I need, like Leechcraft? Grey Havens doesn't do it. Yeah, Grey Havens doesn't... I don't think anything actually saves me, but I'll go ahead and bottom that anyway. Draw an extra card. I'm surrounded by orcs. So I'm dead. Okay, I'm still dead, but he didn't have to do that. Like, he could have just swung out. I'll let it go to the end. Yeah, let him actually win with the Eagles. Look, this guy built, like, the actual Fellowship deck, though. Right? I mean, he didn't have Gloin, he didn't have, like, obviously you can't have all of them, but... Let's see, he had Aragorn, he had Frodo, and he had the Eagles. And honestly, what else do you need? They're the only ones who really do anything. I'm joking, all you Sam fans out there. Oh, and that was my last game. I didn't even realize. Alright. Claim. So I ended up 100 gems ahead. That's good. That means I can keep drafting. Very good, very good. Let me know what you think about this Lord of the Rings draft format. I'm not going to read these. I have cards and I don't know what they do. That's okay. Yeah, let me know what you think about this draft format. Let me know if there's anything you think I could have done better. And peace out, y'all.